Yes, sir. We're officially back at it. This is Boog Nice coming at you with the Into the Spider-Verse animated film Sentinel SV Action Miles Morales figure review. Let's do it.
This ain't for no scalper. You a scalper? Then fuck out shit. This one's for them real collectors. That's army building and posing figures. Marvel Legends, imports, mini matey, I'm fucking with them. Hype beast, we know about you. Stay buying figs, don't know about it.
There's a quick look at the artwork on the left flap. You can see 4 different images of the figure here, and on the opposite side you have 3 more images, and there's a look at the box from the front. Alright, let's bust this bad boy open and see what's what. Alright, here we go. Spider-Man, the Sentinel Spider-Man, aka Miles Morales of Earth 1048. This is Sentinel's very first figure from the critically acclaimed Into the Spider-Verse animated film, and this is actually my very first Sentinel figure. I believe this is our third sort of 6-inch scale Miles Morales figure from the movie though. We got one from ACBA Marvel Legends, we got one from MAFEX, and now we have the Sentinel version. Which one is the best? My personal feelings for this figure have been up and down since the announcement of its release. I wasn't totally happy with the MAFEX version, but like many others, when they showed this, I was like, okay, this is the one to own. And then we saw the price point, and then we also saw that it was discounted at GameStop after a bunch of people had jumped out there and purchased at the import price. And that didn't really sit well with me. And then when I finally saw the first in-hand images, I was a little upset with a few things I guess I'm still upset with, but overall I must say this is a very solid offering. Now if you have yet to see the Into the Spider-Verse film, I don't really know what you're waiting for. It was remarkable, it was stunning, it was fun, it was fresh, it was everything I would like in a Marvel animated feature. FYI, this piece that he's standing on does not come with the figure, but I want to go through some poses and what have you and just give you an idea of how the figure works. Now, one of my first issues with the figure, especially when I saw the first in-hand images, was that his head-neck ratio just did not look right. The way the head sits on the neck is just not right. And in-hand, that's what it is, unfortunately. But straight out of the package, in terms of the look, the feel of the figure, the sculpt, I do think that it's better than the MAFEX version. Of course, I'll get the MAFEX in here for some comparisons. Stick around to the end. I'll have a little bonus in here. Hopefully we can do something to remedy how the head sits on the neck. But my other issue with the figure right off the bat, and we knew this before the figure was released, because in those first images it looked like there were no hinges on the wrist, and there aren't. There are no hinges on any of the wrists. They're interchangeable hands where absolutely you'll be able to get them in some expressive poses, but you know, I'm not used to figures not having a wrist hinge. That is unheard of in this modern era of super articulated figures. I do, however, like the look of the costume. I do think the look here is a bit more accurate than the MAFEX version and the Marvel Legends version. I do like the texture of the costume as well. I think they did a good job on that. But anyway, out of the package he comes with 2 fists attached. Like I mentioned, no hinge on these wrists. This is how the pegs look. He's got a couple of hands that are open with the fingers spread, and for the record, the hands don't hinge, but they do swivel. You can swivel the hands on the forearm, but no hinge is going to take some getting used to for sure. And obviously you have several options with these hands. Again, they're all fixed, but with a little patience, with a little posing power, you can pretty much make anything happen, I suppose. He's got another set that are open and the fingers are spread just a bit more, a little more dynamic than the previous set. These could actually be utilized for like wall crawling hands, but super expressive. And then he's got a set that are kind of relaxed. You know, they're open, the fingers are closer together, they're kind of cupped, but again, it looks like a more relaxed set. Then he's got an additional right hand that's open and cupped. This looks like it can be utilized to hold certain items. I don't know if it'll be specifically utilized for something that's packed in with him. I'll have to double back to this. He's also packed in with an additional right hand with a spray paint can fixed to the hand. So this is all part of the scope. It's all one part. and this looks really cool. I really like this. This is going to make for some really fun shots, and I'll double back to this as well. He's also got a couple of hands that are cupped with a hole down the middle. These look like they can be utilized to hold another one of his accessories. Yep, he's also packed in with this mallet, which looks like it belongs to Spider-Ham. Maybe we'll get him down the line packed in with another figure. I highly doubt they will do a Spider-Ham release by himself, but yeah, he can hold this in either hand. You actually detach the handle from the actual mallet and slide the handle up through the bottom of his fist and then reattach the mallet. And his very final set of hands are a set of thwipping hands with the spider web attached. So again, this is all one part for the left and the right hand. At first I thought you could actually remove the webbing, but it doesn't look like you can. I actually went ahead and looked at the instructions in here, and I don't believe you can remove it. So again, all one part here. He's also packed in with this elongated web line, which can be fixed into the sort of fisted hands with the opening down the middle. So this will work for some shots when you want to have him swinging. Also figured out what that additional open right hand is for. He's packed in with a smartphone, and this hand is perfectly sculpted to hold the smartphone. And one more good look at this head sculpt before we start to swap out head sculpts. I really like how the eyes are kind of raised here, and the shape of the head is cool. Again, it's just the way the head sits on the neck that just does not look right. If you kind of just pop the head off and just sit it on that ball peg, it looks a little better, but we're going to remedy this. There's a look at the ball peg, and he's packed in with this additional head sculpt. Very expressive, one eye open larger than the other. Obviously this will make for some great pictures, but again, the way the head sits on the neck, I'm just not pleased with that. Still, a good sculpt, a good addition.